In terms of our first pick, it looks like it's actually going to be the recently facelifted Oregon to kick it off, and then finally Clubhouse as the second pick. How's that resonating with you, Tim? I know how high octane these things can get, so I think I'm ready. No, this is nicely played. We're getting down towards the 45-second mark left in the round as well. Bit of a peek coming around the corner. Clean kill on the first, as Falls will fall, hitting the DECK. Adjustment, no panic, as he tries to keep himself calm. Heart rate definitely increasing, though. The trades are keeping us in a tight position in the round. 3 versus 3 from behind the bed. It seems like Raps is trying to send Panico off to bed with a goodnight kiss. And now they're at a disadvantage.
15 seconds left to go. We can see there's been good progress from W7M. They've got the default plant spot under control, but they are being challenged hard and will be shut down by Team 1 there. Just never really managed to make it into that game room. They got the wall open from the closet, which was exactly what they wanted.
That's going to be the bigger picture. The quicker it bears down, the more it's going to force their hand. Another frag comes through as Raps is dropped once again. And finally, it's equal footing for both of the sides. A bit of a fumble towards the steps. Luckily, he's able to backpedal and keep himself alive, but that's merely for a few seconds before he's blown to bits. We're seeing the business starting to come through now, keeping us close into a 3 versus 3. 15 seconds with 2 attackers left. Not really in a position to work together either. There's no room for the trade, Tim. As Filippo takes him down, this has got to be done.
I imagine it will be Padre making good work of that, but the clock is just always working against him. He did have the diffuser in hand, but he had no option really other than to go for kills there. I think that round goes basically to Filippo. He's held that one down from Freezer. He's going to get in those kills. Sorry, one either side. Gui picking the first one up, but then Filippo the second. They're going to lose out on that one. Reduc just shutting down Herds, and Herds is a man that's written on my list of entry kills. He's now gone down in 2 out of 3 rounds first of all, and as that entry fragger, they need a bigger performance from him. I picked him out coming into this map. We can see a couple of kills coming in there. Panico gets one for himself, but will be traded straight back out by Falls, and there is another quick trade around. This is something that we're really seeing sort of throughout this match. It really is becoming a real characteristic of it, is these towards the final minute, and W7M, we're going to sit behind that shield all day long, and Filippo is going to headshot you like that from behind it all day long.
Sophia, is there much that could be done? Not on a face like that. The angle's being covered straight up through the top. It's an easy spray down, and Reduct finishes off the round clean. It was a lot more aggressive as well. Be a change of pace at least. They try and push their way in. Lukids doing very effective on the first, but couldn't double down for any more. We actually lose 4 players in rapid succession there. Blink and you would have missed it.
Got the bottom of Attic lockdown. This is good progress from W7M. This is the start of a good push. What they need to do is they need to make sure that Falls is cleared out of game room, and they need to not get headshot by Reduct, which is one step that they've failed at, unfortunately. They don't know how to clear out the man from behind the shield. They don't have the correct utility in order to do that. As you can see, it's then an easy mop-up for Team 1, and it is once again just that process of stalling out. Just no real plan to get rid of that shield.
Essentially just hitting a roadblock the entire round. There's finally a little bit of aggression coming through. Here's a game changer. Herds gets himself an opening kill for once. This is better as well. Doubles down. That's a 2k. Eventually, he's shown himself to be a bit of a driving force. Is this the first round they're going to get? They need it, because it is coming up towards the end of the half. This is their last chance to really do some damage, but the response from Filippo is also outrageous with the AUG. It seems like he's got the upper hand here. He takes 2 of them down, response back in as well, Falls cutting through them, and we're just left into the 2v2. Still close. There is a lot of potential left in this round. It just depends how it goes. Sophia with a peek over the ledge, and all of a sudden, Tim, there's actually a chance that they can get this if they can get the diffuser down.
There really is. We can see that Gui is doing exactly that now, but here comes the shotgun. That will be 1. And that will be all. He hears the footsteps. He gets off the diffuser because he knows he doesn't have a choice. But he's going to get challenged very soon. How can he deal with this? Herds will back him up, and there's a big 2 for the duo. Guio and Padrin getting on the mix as well, and that finds itself now 4 versus 1. W7M, could you take your first round? That's the question.
But the answer could be left in Raps. A 1 versus 3, Tim. He's put himself on the board already, and he's starting to execute as he bobs and weaves his way towards the site, trying to clean up. A little bit paranoid off the back of the pressure that was put on him, though, knowing that he didn't have a lot of time left. Started to speed things up and went too fast for his own good. Goes down. Surprising.
And that's just showing, you know, good knowledge of those vertical angles, exactly where to shoot out to get that man that's going to be playing in and around the bomb. Raps had a great end to the last round. Very easy. Just go in there and start things off and get you a couple of kills. Lukid will follow that up with one onto Freeze Out, and that now finds Team 1 in an advantage, but we will shut down Filippo. Lukid with a second on the round. And once again, we're just seeing these trades go back and forth, back and forth. The Jaeger will put shots into Lukid on the Zofia, and right now they are just struggling to make all the progress they need here.
Oh, Falls, he's left in the 1v1. Tim from the back. It could have been the backstab, and a huge one at that. Unfortunately for him, though, the adjustment was made. And he does go down, falling. What a shame. Look at the flick, though. Beautiful timing.
You know, hemorrhaging numbers fast, like they have been doing. There's only so many times that they will come back from that in this situation. We've got a big jump out here. And Freezo will hit one, but will be shut down by a Lukid. And that is great teamwork again from Team 1. Just not the end of the world. On a different day, that would have been a headshot. Reduct gets the kill onto Padrin, leaving us 4 versus 2. And it's probably a round like this where W7M are not going to be able to fight their way back into it. It might not be this one, but I just feel like they're living on borrowed time.
And this being them living on borrowed time, he wants to keep them in the game and in it to win it. The angles that are being played right now are nice, but unfortunately, it leaves it down to just one man. Panico, he's being spammed as well, taking bullets into the limbs. It's going to make it harder for him to walk because he's trapped behind the angle. He peeks out, and that's the last thing he'll ever do. He will fall to Falls as they clean up. Beautifully played.
Yeah, great start there for Team 1. I think there was little shadows on the attack. You picked up on it, Jackie. You know, I don't want to be overly critical of them there because ultimately they'd had a very easy start to the match there on Aragon. They'd had a very sort of one-way street in terms of defence. So I'd argue coming into the attack, they might not expect to be as sharp as they always would, but it does just raise those questions for me. Again, hard breach ban, not too uncommon here. There's the Hibana hole that I suspected would come onto construction. We've got Herds. He's holding a very high line there, and he's going to be absolutely shut down by a Reduct, but we will trade that one out. Filippo gets one onto Padrin, and now the garage has to be dealt with. As I say, Filippo gets in there, deals with it single-handedly with 2 great kills up onto the catwalk. I can't stress how difficult that angle can be to challenge. Freezo knows that pressure is being applied by Filippo, but right now Falls is getting the diffuser down. That's what's going to matter most. Freezo gets one onto Filippo. He's now 1 versus 2 as he's got a man down who will be finished off by the smoke there. So 1 versus 2. He's got it all to do. The diffuser is down and the deployable shield is being used against him by the Buck. Great play from Lukid there. That's a real heads-up play to use that defensive utility against the defenders themselves. But you'll generally have dirt tunnel, blue corridor, and then the church wall is generally where you're going to have that pressure applied. Filippo shuts down Herds just playing in the dirt tunnel there. That is a great kill all the way from oil pits. A clear utility to further use there. Is he going to get a second? Yes, he is. Pushes his way into blue tunnel, but will be shut down. 4 versus 3 we find ourselves. No, 3 versus 3 very quickly as Gui is doing himself a great job just getting himself kills there on site. But we do have Raps in sight. Can he win these guns? He does get a sight onto Cade. He will get the second kill. Great moves there from Raps, and that now leaves the Clash all alone, and that should be reasonably easy to deal with for a 2 here as Lukid will shut down Freezo. The diffuser was going down but will not even have time to be activated as Team 1 take another round that looked...
Because our attackers here, namely Falls, going in for the peaks, wants to make that not happen. Trying to take them down. Clean kill on the first as Herds is eliminated once again, falling flat.
It's more than happy to take them on because they're winning them. Simple as that. Reduct gets the kill onto Padrin. That will be a headshot taking the Jaeger off the board. There goes Freeze out to a grenade as well. That's a lot of utility gone in terms of the Clash. If you bring in a Clash, it's because your strategy is in part built around the Clash, and that's going to be a flawless round as Reduct and Falls finish things off there. I think that was a 2k for both of them on the round there, and big round for Team 1. That
it is a smart move to make. If Falls just holds, should be able to get the frag on the push out though. Oh, carnage! Herds, 3 frags into the round, still not content. He wants to get himself a 4th, you'd imagine, but all he's got to do is watch that diffuser and keep those eyes peeled.
This is what I was expecting to see from you. Reduct moves up those red stairs. Will gets one onto Freeze out, but you've got to believe at this point that is surely going to be impactless. 25 seconds left to go. Diffuser cold on the ground. There is an absolute mountain for him to climb. It would have been an ace clutch if he had done it, but he got nowhere near as Gui will shut him down and close the round out. Great it. 3k from Herds. Please, Herds, get your head up, get running.
Reduck is now left so low and quite lifeless, but his team is still fragging out. They bring down the numbers even more with just 3 players remaining for the defensive side. Scratch that, just make it 2. Panico and Freezow, the last 2, but they don't need to panic and freeze. They have to keep themselves moving. So suspect about angles that can be in play. He's going to arrive a little bit late. He's only got the shotty to work with as well. If he turns the corner, he might have got the opening shot off, but he was too slow on the draw. Peeks out and eliminated in a matter of seconds through wraps, and it's all down to one man. We won't even get to see him try and make a valiant attempt as he's not breathing.
Very, very tough retake on that site. Once the diffuser is down, it is never easy because there's just so many angles to cover. Honestly, I can see it in him. I can see that the ability is there. How about this quick rush into site? That will be shut down as Reduck gets the first kill onto Herds, but Padrin will trade that one straight back out. Filippo gets one for his trouble as well. This is a definite big rush attempt coming in, and it looks like W7M are just catching Team 1 on the back foot here. I don't think this was expected at all. Here comes Filippo though, and he will prevent that flank going down. There will be a quick trade as Filippo loses his life to Padre, but Lukey D will get the kill. The key to success was getting that diffuser on the ground and active to begin with. They are now playing into Team 1, but Gui plays into it brilliantly with a double headshot there. Foles and Lukid. Sit down. Gui has just dominated the pair of you there, and those are both very important factors. And there you go, Filippo just shutting down Panico with that opening kill as he tries to move into blue. I think he's aware that there's another one out there, and he's just using that vector of Goyo to try and shut things down. Double kill for Reduct, and that will now leave us in a 5 versus 2, 4 versus 1 as we trade a couple of quick kills out, and Gui once again is having to be that man that tries to get in there. He'll get downed. He was on the Zofia, so has the option to last stand and get himself back on his feet, but Team 1 won't give him that sort of breathing space and will move around and get him finished off to close out yet another round.
Waiting for the response to come out, holding on the close position as we're hearing the carnage go across as soon as he sees an inch. A small bit of leg gives him a bit of how's your father, and the gunshots erupt across the board, leaving us into a tight 2 versus 2. It's down to Herds and Goy as they are planting. We're seeing the response come back around. Reduct will charge out. If they can get an angle, they should be able to just gun them both down. Still on the diffuser, of course. You can't come off it. It's not going to work out. They're executed and ended, and that is the round that was needed as they close it down.
Job done, and a good day at the office for Team 1 there. They will take the whole 3 points. That is 2 maps in quick succession, 7-2 on both, and never really challenged, I think it is fair to say. Looking at that team, I would hope that there is more for us to see from W7M, and I think there will be. There's certainly some capability there. Gui has had a good day. Padrin has shown us some good things. Herds has had his moments.